Does it ever feel like you're a marketing professional just speaking into the void? Well, with LinkedIn ads, you can know you're reaching the right decision makers. You can even target buyers by job title, industry, company, seniority, skills. Wait, did I say job title yet? Get started today and see how you can avoid the void and reach the right buyers with LinkedIn ads. We'll even give you a $100 credit on your next campaign. Get started at linkedin.com/results. Terms and conditions apply.
This episode is brought to you by Prime Video. In the small town of Holland, Michigan, nothing is ever what it seems. Behind the tulip festivals and pretty houses lay dark secrets that threaten to tear a marriage apart. Nicole Kidman stars in this darkly twisted thriller about a wife and mother whose quest to uncover her husband's secrets may get her more than she bargained for. Holland, streaming on Prime Video March 27th.
Hello, and welcome to the 7th season of the award-winning The Artist Pivot podcast. I am your host and executive producer, Ayana Major Bey. Y'all, it's season 7. Wow. Thank you to those who have been listening, and welcome to those just joining. This podcast was created to have conversations with artists, those who work in and around the arts, and arts educators, as a way to hear their stories of pivoting and life lessons learned in their careers. With these conversations, the mission is to educate, empower, and celebrate artists so they have no option but to thrive. Please like, subscribe, and follow the podcast on Instagram at The Artist Pivot. Also, if you go to ayanabey.com/podcast, there you will find links to the monthly podcast newsletter in which I include pivot highlights of artists and creators, a link to the Patreon page where you can watch the podcast video, and this season, adding some bonus content like pre- and post-show banter, and maybe some more solo episodes from me. And also on my website is a link to podcast merch. If you purchase merch, such as a t-shirt, tote bag, notebook, or wine tumbler, you will be directly helping me to support the show and keep it going. Don't worry, all of that is linked in the show notes. All right, and now, let's get to a sneak peek of Season 7. Come take a listen and let your inner artist play, creating your dreams step by step every day. If you're feeling lost and don't know what to do, always remember that you can pivot to the Artist Pivot. The Artist Pivot.
Hi, I am Dr. Quahana Hendree, and I am on the Artist Pivot podcast. And it just all clicked into place so seamlessly. Not to say it wasn't without bumps, because it was a huge bump came 2 months later, a gigantic bump, which actually caused me to pause and pivot for like 10 years. But again, because my spirit does not understand quit or stop or can't, I continue to persevere.
Hi, I'm Micah Dawanyi, and I'm on the Artist Pivot podcast. I've reached such a space, I think because I've made space for my emotions, and I never gaslit myself into being like, yeah, you're fine. If I was cooked, I was cooked. And I allowed myself to be cooked, you know? And so now I've reached a mental space where I just appreciate the journey. And there's no ill will, there's no malice from my past. I have an appreciation for everything I've gone through and who it's made me as an artist, and I think it's all wonderful.
Hello, this is Dale Novella, and I'm on the Artist Pivot podcast. And then I wanted to make sure that my artistry, one, that the job that I had was contributing to my artistry, because I was like, it's kind of up and down as a songwriter. You never know if you're going to make money or if you're just going to be, doing it on your own for the rest of your life. So I wanted to make sure whatever I was regularly doing for money was tying into my belief system, and that I could give back to the community some kind of way. So that's how I got interested in teaching artistry.
Hi, I'm Nasir Ferebee, and this is the Artist Pivot podcast. my life in New York was amazing, right? Because I'm born and raised in Philly, so I was literally like, you know, a 2-3 hour train ride from my family, all of my siblings, my grandmother, my aunt, my mom, my dad, and my whole family's still in Philly to this day. I have one sister here that lives in LA now. But yeah, no, it could have been amazing. But I knew that sometimes you have to let go of the good thing to get the God thing.
Ooh. Say that again for the people in the back. Say it one more time, mainly for me.
Sometimes you have to let go of the good thing to get the God thing.
This show is hosted and produced by me, Ayana Major Bey. Show editor is Kieran Niement. Show theme song lyrics written by Ayana Major Bey and Melissa Victor. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share this show with your friends.